I have another pretty unhinged story for you guys. This one happened about 2 years ago. Let's name her Sarah. Now, this story wasn't really about her being unhinged necessarily, but it was about the whole situation just being unhinged. So this girl, Sarah, she was actually a second-time client for us. So she came in for her second shoot with us about a year after her first. At the time of her first session, she was married to her husband, and this time she was separated from her husband. She was actually dating someone else who happened to be a cop. So she brought his cop uniform, like jacket in, and that was her outfit for the shoot, because this was for the boyfriend, the new boyfriend. So at the time, I did not know her and her husband were separated. She had not told me that. I figured that the cop uniform was her husband's. But then as we got talking, she started telling me the story about what happened and that how it's for her boyfriend and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, because I had received an email about a couple days prior from her session from the husband. His email basically said, I know my wife is coming in for a session with you. I really would like to surprise her and bring her flowers and chocolate. I said yes to that, but I didn't say he could come up. I said, well, we can come grab them because no one else is allowed in the studio at the time of shooting unless you are in the shoot. So I said, we can come grab them. If you want to write a note or something like that, I can bring them up to her. So as she's talking about all the stuff that's going on, I'm sitting here going, he's supposed to be here dropping off these flowers and chocolate like any freaking minute. And now I'm just figuring out that she's like done with him. So we get the call that he's there in the lobby. And so Amy, my sister / studio manager, goes down and grabs them and comes back up. And as she's coming back up, I look at her, at Sarah, and I was like, okay, so we have something that I didn't, if I had known, I wouldn't have allowed this. She immediately rolls her eyes and knows exactly who they're from. She basically says like, yeah, this is his last ditch effort because he knows I'm divorcing him. Like, he knows this. So this is his way of trying to like just stay in this marriage. This bouquet had to be the size of like my entire body. There were so many white, beautiful roses, like huge. This thing was heavy. And then a box of chocolates too, with a little note on it that says, I love you so much. Have the best time ever, sweetie. Something like that. You could tell she was just done. She was like, wow, seriously? It actually pissed her off. She said, do you want them? Do you want to keep the flowers? I'm like, yeah, I'll keep them. Sure. Like, absolutely. She's like, yeah, because I'm not doing that. And plus, I'm having the best sex of my life with my boyfriend. Do you know how awkward it is to be trying to hand someone roses from her husband and she's like, yeah, no. I felt so bad for her because I totally have been in that situation before where I'm like, I'm done and over the relationship, and it was like for 6 years for me, and then like at last minute he's like trying to keep me, so he proposes and I'm like, no, marriage is not gonna fix this. It was absolutely wild. It was just wild. It was one of the weirdest things that ever happened to me in my studio.